Hey guys, what's going on? So we are back in Toledo. We took a trip last night on the 21E. I was trying to get onto a couple of short turns and maybe some of the trains I haven't seen out of my yard yet so that I could see more of Conway Yard, but that just wasn't in the cards with the way trains were delayed and that kind of thing. So I rode the 21E up here, straight shot, no problems. Whole way up, bullshitting with my conductor. Didn't really hear much from the engineer on the way up. He was just kind of doing his job. He was running in manual, so like we try not to bother him. And so we're bullshitting the whole way up. Great trip. We get up here, and the reason I wanted to make this trip is because if I can't take the trains I want to out of my yard, I can also take the 14N and a couple of other ones on the way back that have that work that I haven't seen yet. So that's why I took the trip. But so the whole way up here, we're bullshitting everything, had our dinner. We get up here, record speed for the most part, no stops the whole way up. So good trip. Get up here, we get logged out. My conductor leaves. He lives in Michigan, so he's about an hour away. He heads home when he gets up here. So I grab some keys from the terminal, let my engineer know, hey, we got to ride out back. Let's go. So we get out there, and just in the spirit of keeping up with conversation, I like to try to relate to these guys in some way. So I just get in the car and I'm asking them, hey, how long you been out here? General question, just conversation starter, icebreaker. And he says 22 years. And I said, wow, you got to be, congratulations. You got to be pretty excited about heading into retirement, in about 8 years. That's, it's great to hear. Any big plans? And, just general bullshit. And he goes, nah, not really. And I'm like, okay, so this is going to be short conversations. I get it. New guy, whatever. So just in an effort to further conversation, I go, well, my grandfather retired out of this yard. He was an engineer, and, he retired about 15 years ago. He's actually going through cancer treatments right now and, not doing so well. But, he didn't have any huge plans for retirement, just, sit on the porch and be with family, that kind of stuff, some of the things he missed out on and whatever. And this guy looks at me with a straight face and he goes, yeah, most railroaders die 2 to 3 years after their retirement, so I don't really plan to make any plans. That was not what I was prepared to hear at 1 o'clock in the morning after, a shift and trying to establish rapport with somebody. So harkens back to that last video I put up for you guys, 5 of the most, difficult things you deal with. Some of the people out here just, you got to take some of that stuff on the chin and find a way to move on. Unfortunately, it messed with me for 3 hours after I got back. And it's not that I didn't know that. I mean, I understand if you start in your 40s, you're going to retire at 70. That's with any job. But it was just not what I was ready to hear at 1 o'clock in the morning about, this kind of position and to bring you guys new information. So, it is what it is. I mean, sometimes you just got to take that stuff on the chin and find a way to move on. Biggest thing about this trip was just making sure I got on a train that I hadn't been on my way home, and I'm getting ready to head out there. So I'll see you guys when I get home. Sometimes it's not all roses, I guess. I'll see you later.